What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the Intelligent Money Investing channel. Today, we're doing a video that I have wanted to make for about a week now, but I have been having a hard time kind of getting through my topics, and I know a lot of you guys are fans of the Financial Education channel, and today I feel like I kind of need to talk about his new $1,000 stock market mastery course. And kind of talk about, is it worth its value? Is it a scam? Is he just trying to get money off of his subscribers? Or is this going to be something that really provides a lot of value for the people who buy into it? So I'm going to go through some pros and cons of what I believe is going to be the value provided from this thing and what I believe his intentions were when he made this and made its $1,000 price point. So we're going to start out with pros. I like to be positive on this channel, but before we do that, I want to ask you guys to please throw some support on this video. Hit that like button. I know there's going to be a lot of fans of the Financial Education channel that probably aren't going to like some of the things that I have to say in this and kind of spam it with dislikes. So if I could get some likes, that would really help me out, and I'd appreciate it a lot. So I'm going to start with the pros. I like to be positive here. So one of the pros is that you're going to be able to learn from Jeremy's mistakes. Well, now, during his stock market journey, he's been around for about 10 years investing in the market, and he started getting into margin trading once he had built his portfolio up, and he ended up losing, him and his wife, about $100,000, which is just an absolutely incredible loss. And being that from his about $200,000 portfolio, he lost about 40% of the value in a time where the stock market was going up and up and up, like it was having great years, and he was not able to keep that margin account keeping up with the market. So he lost a ton of money from not being able to pay those margin calls, and ended up having to just cut his losses and take that big loss and then restart basically with more safer investments going forward, as not trying to cheat and do those margin type calls and stuff like that, margin accounts. So he does, like I said before, he does have a decade of experience in the market, which is a good thing. That's more than most people have, I'd say, that at least that are watching this channel. So with a decade of experience, you can kind of see that more than just like the market that we've had in the last year. As we can see, it's been pretty parabolic going up, and we've hit a little bit of rough times lately, but with a decade of experience, you're going to see more different things, even though it's been much of a bull market the last 10 years. So along with that margin account type thing, it could save you from losing more than $1,000. So in that case, it would be worth that $1,000 investment that you'd be making into his course, and saving you from losing like what he did, the $100,000. If you would have probably if he would have listened to a $1,000 course back when he was a beginner investor, probably would have saved him from losing that 75,000, in my opinion. And another one, the last pro I have is that he is giving out a few discount codes. So if you guys can secure one of those, you might be able to get a little more value out of this very, very expensive course. So now I'm going to go through the cons, where I'm going to be a little more critical, and then I'm going to do a conclusion based on the pros and the cons. So, number one, this thing's stupid expensive for something that could be found in a book, and $1,000 for mostly information that he's probably going to be regurgitating from Warren Buffett, but documentaries and books that he's read, because I know he's a really big Warren Buffett fan. Probably going to be talking about a lot of the stuff from The Intelligent Investor, and along with some personal anecdotes. Pretty much, I think you could find most of this stuff in a $10 to $15 book, maybe a $20 book, I would expect. Only a decade of experience is going to be my second con, and that's because the last decade has been an absolute bull run on the market. So he started investing pretty much after the market crashed. So when he's getting good returns, that basically is helped along by an S&P 500 return that's been about like 20% a year for the last decade. So it's not like it's been a difficult time to invest. Pretty much anybody who's thrown their money into the market in the last decade has made a lot of money ever since the housing crash. So it really hasn't been a hard time to invest. And personally, I would rather listen to somebody who's been in the market for multiple decades and has seen all different types of markets, not just a huge bull run market where he's mostly involved in big growth stocks that could get crushed in a recession. That money could be invested. If you get $1,000, that's a great addition to anybody's portfolio. $1,000 would increase my portfolio about 25%, and it would be for yours too. I really wouldn't suggest putting in $1,000 to, because this is going to go straight to his portfolio instead. So you might as well keep that money, and you could probably learn more from investing that $1,000 and playing around with that money rather than putting $1,000 into this course. All right, now that we're through that, we're going to go down to my conclusions that I have. For the most part, I would see this more as a way to support Jeremy, and because if you're a fan of his and want to give him some money, want to give him some support for his information, then that's all right. If that's where your allegiances lie, because I think you're vastly overpaying for the information that he gives out. Because $1,000 is a lot of money, guys. That's a hard couple weeks of work, absolutely, and I would not suggest giving that to him, even though a lot of these people are using their personal brands to sell you these overpriced courses with a lot of information that can be found for free online. It's pretty much just using his likeness and the audience that he's built up to kind of line his pockets and make money out of what I really don't think is that much information. Like, it's literally just documenting what he has done in the market, and that's just pretty much what he's done on his YouTube channel, but he's just condensing that information and putting it in a course. So I would think a productive use of time and money would be to listen to Warren Buffett documentaries and interviews, because a lot of what investing is going to be all about temperament and patience. And Warren Buffett really exemplifies that, and he really kind of talks about that in his interviews all the time. And it's really just a habits that you have to get into to keep investing, keep putting your money into safe investments that are going to grow over time, pay you back dividends. And Warren Buffett has really shown a great ability to do that over his time. And another thing is I would just read The Intelligent Investor or a basic stock market book. They're going to be like 1 to 2% of the price. If you really think about it that way, you could put in a $10 investment for, I'd say, similar to maybe, let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say like 80% of the information that he's going to give. And so that's just a crazy return off of such a little investment in the book compared to a pretty mediocre return from $1,000 investment in the course. So I'm a fan of Jeremy and the stock market, or the financial education channel. I enjoy watching it. I watch most of his videos, but this is a pretty scummy thing to do, in my opinion. I think he's really trying to take advantage of a lot of the fans that he's built up, and I'm a little frustrated that he's trying to get $1,000 a pop off of this course. Just off of his subscribers that have loyally supported him, watched his videos. A lot of people have bought into his stock market, like his stock market monthly subscription course. My suggestion would be somebody like Ryan Scribner has made a stock market basics course, and that he puts out for absolutely free. So $0 versus $1,000 for a stock market course. It seems like an absolutely slam dunk choice to go over to Ryan's channel and check that out now for absolutely free. All he gets from that is probably an email to an email list. I haven't gone through his courses or Jeremy's course, but there's no way in hell I'd spend $1,000 on a course that Jeremy's pretty much just trying to sell his likeness on. So hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I really hope you guys don't make the mistake of buying into this course. But if you have, leave me a comment below and tell me what you think of it. Do you think it was worth your money or not? If you've ever bought into any of these big online brands courses, what have you thought? I know a lot of people sell multi-$1,000 courses like Alex Becker and Ty Lopez, but those are really to build online businesses, not just to master the stock market. Really, when Jeremy's on his channel, he always is all excited and kind of gloats about what he says about himself as the greatest investor, like getting 40% returns every year. But we never see his real returns in the stock market, and we know one of his biggest positions has been GoPro, and that was an absolutely, actually not one of his biggest. He's always said that his biggest position was GoPro, and that's one that never made him any money. He lost thousands and thousands of dollars on GoPro, but apparently he's like the best investor ever. So I don't know. The guy's got a lot of confidence, so that can be pretty frustrating with me. And now he's trying to oversell himself again. So that's all I've got for you guys today. Please let me know what you guys think below of that $1,000 course that he put out. If you're a fan of his channel, he's one of the biggest financial YouTubers on here. So that's all I've got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next one.